Hey guys, it's Corey with 10 Best Ones, and today we've decided to review the 5 best options for you. We've ranked these products based on many hours of research and testing, and we've picked the 5 best models. If you'd like to see their price and find out more information, you can check out the links in the description down below. First, we'll discuss what you should look at before buying. Then we'll look at the 5 best picks. To make it easier, we'll include timestamps in the description. Let's get started. Before looking at our best picks for today's video, I want to discuss what you should look at before buying.
When talking about the capacity of the power banks, we're referring to the charge capacity of the charger. This is the most important factor that you have to consider before buying such a device, because it'll give you an idea of whether the power bank will be able to charge the device that needs charging, be it a smartphone, tablet, or even a laptop in the high-end cases. You also have to know the battery capacity of your device. Just take a look at the specifications of your smartphone or tablet on the internet. I recommend getting a power bank with a bit more capacity than it takes for a full charge, and optimally you should go for multiple charges. Secondly, output charge current. This is the second most important thing in my opinion, right after the capacity. This will determine how fast your power bank will be able to charge your device. It's just not convenient and useful if you have a power bank with a large capacity that charges at a very slow pace. So for that reason, you should get something that can handle a great performance. These days you'll also find power banks that charge very quickly and while not causing any damage to your smartphone or tablet. Next, ports. The number of ports is a crucial factor you have to check out before buying a power bank. Early power banks had just one output port. However, in the last few years, with advancements in technology, they've delivered us the power banks that have multiple ports available. Check the number of ports, but also pay attention to whether charging multiple devices at the same time will decrease the performance of the power bank. And lastly, portability. When buying a power bank, you also have to think about the portability of the whole thing, because more often than not, you'll not use it in the comfort of your home. Power banks deliver a portable charging solution, and if the size and weight of the device aren't suited for that, you should probably look at different options.
If you hate wires, then this next product is a great option for you, because it's our best wireless pick.
To kick off this list, we have a very interesting power bank that's also very versatile and has a great capacity, the RAVPower wireless power bank. The biggest selling point of the RAVPower wireless power bank is, just as its name implies, its wireless charging feature, something that not a lot of power banks can boast about. It's also a pretty small device and can get a lot done despite that. Let's talk about the build and design of this power bank first. I can say that the RAVPower wireless power bank is a portable and light device, just like I said in the intro. It measures about 5.78 by 2.95 inches and it's just 0.55 inches thick, meaning it's as large as your typical iPhone with a protective casing. This allows the device to be carried around in jean pockets without any problem. I should mention that the RAVPower wireless power bank weighs just 7 ounces, which might be a little heavier than a smartphone, but still pretty good. In terms of design, the RAVPower wireless power bank has a matte graphene finish that looks pretty cool in my opinion. It has a textured finish that's pretty resistant to any scratches and smudges, and also that texture makes it easy to hold without dropping. I also wouldn't drop it though, since the company doesn't offer any kind of shock resistance. On the side of the RAVPower wireless power bank, you'll spot the micro USB charging port for the power bank, power button, and the green LED that informs you about the power capacity. On top of all this, it has the wireless charging, which means you can charge 4 devices at the same time. This charger has an 8000 mAh capacity, which translates to about 6000 mAh. This is enough for charging most phones twice, but it's still a little capacity compared to most devices out there. But if you need wireless charging in your pocket, this is a great option.
If you're on a budget, then I'd recommend this next model, since it's one of the best and cheapest out there.
If you require a power bank but don't want to spend a lot on it, I can recommend an excellent budget option that'll satisfy everyone and not just those who have to settle for an affordable device, the RAVPower USB-C. This is one, despite being pretty affordable, that has some high-end features such as its excellent design, durability and super large capacity, among other things. So let's take a closer look. The RAVPower USB-C comes with a classic rectangular design that's present in most power banks out there. However, it has some pretty nice touches in the design department that make it very aesthetically pleasing. For example, it has a textured matte black finish on the front, and it's accompanied by a glossy panel, and everywhere else it's smooth with a matte black finish. The mixture of these surfaces give it a pretty pleasing high-end look, and that's one of the reasons why it's a fan favourite. The glossy part I mentioned hides the display that lights up when the power button is pressed. The display isn't anything advanced, as it just shows the percentage of battery left in your device. It's much better than trying to guess by looking at 4 LED lights, which can be pretty annoying. On that part, you'll also spot the connectivity ports. On the left, you'll see the input ports, Lightning and micro USB, and on the right there are the 3 output ports, including USB Type-A with QC 3.0, USB Type-A with iSmart 2.0, and USB Type-C port, which is in the middle, which delivers a great performance. As I said earlier, the RAVPower USB-C has a super large capacity of about 20,000 mAh, which is more than enough to recharge your iPhone a whopping 6 times, which is astounding. My favourite thing about the RAVPower USB-C is that I can charge 3 devices at once. While you might not need to charge 3 at once, I often need to charge both my MacBook Pro and iPhone at the same time, which is great, and it does it all just fine. While it's not the fastest one around with just 18 watts, it is great overall, especially for the price.
If you're looking for a mid-range model, then this next pick is a great option.
Coming up next in our list, we have another power bank coming in from Orki, but this time around a mid-range option that has a super large capacity, the Orki USB-C power bank. This is one of my favourite ones out there because despite having a large capacity, it has a super slim body that's pretty attractive and super portable, so it's one of the most interesting ones out there. I want to start by saying that the Orki USB-C power bank is super portable, especially for its 20,000 mAh capacity. The whole thing measures 5.9 by 2.8 inches in total, and it's just 0.9 inches thick. It's not even an inch. Amazing! Moving on, this power bank weighs about 13.3 ounces in total, which is a bit substantial, but you have to think about its capacity and its size, which all make it very portable. It's a pretty durable power bank overall, despite not costing as much as a high-end model, but then again I don't think Orki has made a wrong move as yet, and it has all the right things in its build, no unintended gaps and no wiggly ports. You'll find the connectivity port to the Orki USB-C power bank on one end, and there you'll spot 2 USB Type-A ports, a USB Type-C port and a micro USB input. As I said earlier, the charging capacity is about 20,000 mAh, which is excellent, but as you already know, the real-world output capacity is a bit lower than that. That being said, I can state that the Orki USB-C power bank is still a pretty large device. Being able to charge your tablet and phone at the same time without a problem. You can also throw your Nintendo Switch there while you're on your trip. This one also features the Quick Charge 3.0 port, and it truly delivers that feature. A must-have.
Before we talk about the best model overall, let's look at the runner-up for this list.
Up next on our list, we have a power bank that comes from one of the most trusted brands in this category, Anker, and its power core 20,100 mAh. This is one of the best power banks that money can buy, and I'm not talking about anything substantial here, as it's still pretty cheap. It's also very portable, has an excellent design, and so much more. Considering its capacity, the Anker Power Core 20,100 mAh is one of the smallest power banks out there. In the beginning, when the company first started, its power banks were pretty large and not very attractive. However, they improved every year, and this one here is just flawless in my opinion. It has rounded edges and it's very easy to carry, especially when you remember how much power it has inside. In terms of design, there's not a lot going on around the device. It has the rounded edges that I told you about with the matte black body that looks exceptional. On one of the edges you'll spot the power button, and on the front of the device you'll post the 4 LEDs that indicate its capacity. On the flat end of the device you'll spot the connectivity ports that include 2 USB ports and a micro USB port that works pretty well overall. With this you can charge 2 devices at the same time without any problem. With its large capacity you can charge the latest iPhone for about 6 or 7 times before needing to recharge your device. And on top of that you can also charge your tablet or something else if the need arises. One thing I would complain about with this power bank is that it takes about 10 hours to recharge, which is a bit much.
Moving up, we have the most versatile model out there. Let's take a look.
If you're looking for the most versatile power bank in the market that can recharge your laptop, phone, tablet and wireless headphones, I have to recommend the Omni 20 Plus. This power bank has it all with its high quality build, wireless charging feature, OLED screen, slim design and large capacity. What else does one need? Before moving on, I have to talk about the design of this power bank, as it's great overall and looks very aesthetically pleasing. It has a smooth all-black design with some tapered edges giving it a gem look. I think the design is very well thought out and it breaks the mould of the classic rectangular block. It also is pretty portable for its capacity and features. It measures 5 by 4.8 by 0.9 inches and weighs about 1.4 pounds, which is a bit large. The connectivity options are pretty rich on the Omni 20 Plus as it rocks 2 USB-A ports, a USB-C port, DC port and an American AC outlet to top it off. That's not all though, as on the top of the panel of the device you'll charge your mobile devices that have the wireless charging feature. The OLED panel is very intuitive and the DC port allows you to charge anything from 12 to 20 volts at 5 amps. In real-life situations, the Omni 20 Plus worked extremely well, as you can charge your laptop and your smartphone at the same time, for example. Also, the wireless charging mode worked pretty well, which I didn't expect. While there was no quick charging feature, it worked excellently, and I was extremely pleased with its performance and reliability. The best out there.